Hello everyone, we will continue our case study for the sales order report, and in the previous video we finished with full case study of sales order report. We studied how to release the transport request finally, and basis person will import the request to the quality system. Functional will do the testing. If suppose more changes will come during that testing, or suppose the functional found some defect during that testing, yes, at that time we cannot use the previous released transport request. We need to create a new transport request. We will do the additional changes. We will again release the transport request. Basis person will import the request, and functional will do the testing. This is always the process. Now, suppose we will go for a perception. Functional did the testing. Everything is working fine in the quality system. Now, after that, what basis person will do? Basis person will simply import the transport request to the production system, and it is available for the customer to use, and customer is using this particular sales order report. Now, in every support project, we always listen these two terms. One is called as defect and one is called as change request. Defect means what? Suppose we'll go for a simple example. Customer is using this report, and during this report, customer found some bug in the report. Suppose some value is not coming properly. So we will resolve those defects. Another terminology is called as change request. Many times people will simply use the word CR. And those who are working in project, generally we are using that term. You are working on which particular CR, you are working on which particular defect. Both are two different things itself. Defect means, yes, there is a bug in the existing object and we need to resolve that particular bug. What is change request? Change request, word itself is saying. Change request means any kind of change or improvement or any type of change as per the user request. Change request means what? Firstly, customer asked for something, we developed, we gave to the customer. Now, customer want additional changes in that particular object. So that will be taken as a change request in the project. So defect and change request are two different terminology. Defect means we gave something and some bug is there in that particular object. So we need to resolve those bugs. Change request means customer wants some additional changes or process improvement in that particular object. Now, suppose we gave this report to the customer. Customer is using this report. Suppose customer used this report for 3 months, 6 months, everything is working fine. Now, customer came up with additional changes. They are not bugs. Now, customer came up with additional changes. So we will treat that as a change request in the project. CR, change request. Now, what customer is saying? In the sales order report, if I will go for input, in the sales order report, whatever the data is there, we are able to see the print preview of all those data. We can go for print in Smart form and Adobe form. Just I want a additional functionality that I must have a provision to send the selected data for the print. I will again repeat the requirement. As of now, what is happening? Suppose these are 8 records as of now. If I will click on to this button, all 8 records are going for print. If I will go for this button, Adobe Form, all 8 records are going for print. Now what customer is saying, I want to send the there must be a provision to send the selected data also for the print. Suppose out of these 8 records, customer only want to send 4 records to the print. Customer do not want to send rest of the data. Suppose customer want to just send only 6 data for the print. So there must be a provision to select the selected data, to select the data, and that selected data should go for the print. And yes, if customer is not selecting the data, at that time full data will go to the print. So this is a additional requirement from the customer. This is additional change from the customer. So we will treat that as a change request in the project. It is not a defect. It is not a defect in the report. It is a change request in the report. And yes, now we will go for this additional requirement and we will take this as a change request. And again, huge learning will be there because many people ask for editable ALV, many people ask for checkbox. So we will go for all these things in this our change request. Now, we all know what is the process in every project. Customer now will give the business requirement document, yes, for this particular change request. In the project, you will always listen the term CR, change request. And we have numbers for the CR. CR1, CR2, CR3. This is how project works. Now, in this case, yes, customer will give the business requirement document for this change request. Functional will prepare the functional specification for this change request, and technical will prepare the technical specification. Yes. So suppose if I will show you the 3 things, I make a new copy. I have not changed the existing copy. Generally in the project, suppose we have a business requirement document for sales order report. In this business requirement document itself, yes, customer team will add the change request. Customer will add the documentation for the change request. But I prepared a new document, so there is no need to hamper the existing document. If you see, I already have existing document also for the business requirement for the sales order report. If you see, this is the business requirement document which we developed. Now this is the business requirement document for our change request now in the sales order report. Generally in the projects, in the same document itself, they will highlight the changes. They will highlight the additional changes. But here I prepared new so that we can understand both the things properly. Now what customer is saying, sales order report must have the provision to send the selected data for the print. As of now, there is no option to send the selected data. We are sending all data for the output. Now, based upon this business requirement document, functional prepared the functional specification. I have not touched the existing functional specification. I just prepared new, but generally in the projects, in the existing FS itself, they will track the new changes. They will track the additional changes. Now, what is the functional specification? Add an additional column select in the ALV output in the form of checkbox. It means we will add a additional column select in the ALV output. If you see, as of now, we have 6 column data. So we will add the 7th column. Name of the column is select. Only the selected rows should be displayed in smart form and Adobe form. Suppose as of now, if we are selecting 4 rows, so these 4 rows will display in the smart form or Adobe form. If user is not selecting any rows, then all rows will be displayed in the Adobe form and PDF form. This is our existing functionality as of now. So functional, prepare the functional specification. Now, technical person will not blindly start with the coding. Technical person will prepare the technical specification. So yes, in the existing document itself, they will go for additional changes in that technical specification. But I prepared new, so I will show you that also, technical specification. And you can see here I did the changes. If you see, when I prepared the technical specification for the first time, at that time I used the word new because that was a new sales order report. Now I use the word modification. Now the additional changes I did here. I here added the word selected data / all data. Previously, the word was data only because we are sending all data. So in the technical specification also, I did the changes. And these are my reference document. Project might have different templates and projects have different templates to prepare the document. So what is the summary of this particular video? In this video, yes, we simply come up with a concept of change request. And it is very important to understand change request and defect. Defect means there are bugs or defects, whatever you developed. So we are resolving those bugs and defects. Change request means whatever customer asked for the first time, we provided. But after that, customer came up with additional requirement, additional changes. So that is called as change request. In the project, yes, we are using the word CR. And now we are going for change request into our sales order report. So customer provided the business requirement document, functional prepared a functional specification, and we prepared the technical specification. And what is the change request? Yes, the sales order report must have a provision to print the selected line data. So we will add the additional column in the ALV output, and we will send the selected data for print to Adobe form and smart form. In the next video, we will start with the coding process of this particular change request. So that's it in this video. Thank you.